Gee, who was it? It's January 24th, 2020, 6:27 p.m. This is episode 937. Yeah, that's right. I just get confused. Today's cartoon is on all the statue stuff and everything. And I think with the statues, everyone kind of gets mixed, except for maybe the people who want to tear down all of them. But some things have to be with context. But I kind of like, I think we all have lines, like for instance, when I hear about people wanting to tear down the George Washington statue, because he was a slave owner, I'm kind of like, you can draw the line there, but then again, I know I'm not a black person and I can't feel everything for that, but I think the good outweighs the bad with someone like Washington or Jefferson, definitely with Lincoln. I mean, I like when I see the statue in New York of Teddy Roosevelt, I understand why they want to take it down, but at the same time, I don't think they should just blankly go at Teddy Roosevelt for every single statue. I understand that the one to talk about, with where it has an African American on one side and it has a Native American on the other. I had to pause and think, what kind of American again? But all the Confederate people, yeah, go ahead. I saw a racist cartoonist that they posted last week or earlier this week complaining about the Albert Pike statue in D.C. And they were screaming about this being a public property and Donald Trump's going to give people 10 years for tearing down these statues and stuff. But to me, they're on public property, so they kind of belong to people that's trying to tear them down. I mean, stop attacking churches and setting them on fire and spray painting on them. Just leave the churches alone. And the thing is about the whole Jesus stuff, that there's a controversy with the white Jesus. It's always on private property, or at least I'm thinking 99% of them. There should not be any religious monuments or anything like that on public property. Even in Alabama, where they do it with the Ten Commandments on the state Supreme Court house, whatever. And it is stupid, the whole white Jesus thing. And someone pointed out to me that pretty much in every nation that they use Jesus of the color of the people that go to that church, like in Asia, there are some Asian Jesuses, but he definitely was not blue-eyed and a white guy, not from the Middle East. And some people might want to storm into the churches and tear it down, but again, that's on private property. So we got to understand what these lines are. I don't really care if you got a white Jesus. I just think that you need to understand your hypocrisy whenever you're yelling about statues and history and stuff. Because if you get a white Jesus in your church, you don't give a fuck about history. You don't give a damn about heritage at all. We're running out of time, so let me go do the shout-outs. And the first shout-out goes to Cat Bubba. He says, throwing all the hangings coming into fashion around the country the last few weeks, weird timing. The last cartoon was all that stuff about Trump and all his racism. Saying more racist shit? Oh, I could go into the whole thing about Bubba Wallace. I don't know if I have enough time for it. Bruce Guthrie says, I was thinking there's no way the child president would trust himself to actually carry a microphone these days. Last cartoon, he's holding a microphone like a comedian. He can't hold a glass of water without risk. Obama can do a mic drop with dignity, but not Dunny. That's true. Robert Coutinho says, one of CNN's reporters cornered a spokesperson for Trump's campaign asking if she thought that Americans dying was funny. Yeah, Kayleigh McEnany did a horrible job defending that shit too. There's your cartoon, folks. This started out as just one guy, and then it turned into three because it was just kind of boring to me. It needed more dumbasses in there. Click the red button and become a subscriber. And if you leave a comment, I will say your name. See everybody later. Got a pick in my mouth. That's why I talk like this.